The Disappearance of Errol, Warlord Reality TV, The Unwashed Says Hi,
Ooh.
and The Trick of the Sepsis Whore. Hello, crawlers, and welcome to episode 47 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl podcast. We are on book 7. This is our 10th episode diving into this. We're covering chapters 41 through 46. And I gotta say, this one was a doozy.
Yeah?
There's a lot of dense detail that I had to slow down and go through to make notes of, because there's just so much that I must have just fully glossed over the first time I listened to this.
Well, there's so many of the chapters we hit, because they're in the war. So you get a bunch of big action chapters. There's not all that much as far as detail to go. And here, it's mostly talking.
And when there's talking, there's so much peppering in of detail. And I'm like, there's a lot that just is like threading back to things that happened in previous books. Other stuff that seems to be like setting the stage for potential directions this could go.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are disparaging of the show Lost. I get it. But at the same time, there's a lot of Lost in this. And just throwing stuff out and making me like a little kid on Ritalin.
You are not wrong. The only difference is it feels like this is actually going to pay off.
Yeah, there's track records.
There's one architect behind it, and instead of like a new crop of writers every season who go like, all right, what are we doing, guys?
Guys, you got to trust us. It's not supernatural. Yeah. Fuck, it's supernatural.
They're not dead.
They're not fucking dead. Spoilers for Lost.
I don't know why I set myself up
I
for
don't
this.
either, honestly.
Because I would just say that, like, this book series has paid off at the end of each book already, and in sequences. And I would say similarly, that happened in Lost. At the end of seasons, it was a great season. There was moments and episodes that were great, and things can pay off incrementally, even if they shit the bed at the end, which Lost didn't. But some people think it did.
It shit the bed so hard,
and by some we do mean most.
Could it have been better? Yes, you should read my fan fiction. It's a lot better, but nevertheless.
But yeah, nevertheless, there's a lot that goes on, and a lot of Carl going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?"
It's a lot of that.
And holy shit,
Yeah.
holy shit.
But before we dive into all that, folks, a couple of things we want to recap. We got a lot of notes from a couple episodes back when we talked about the sadness of the Voltig chapter and how that affected you. In particular, the fact that you said you cried in that, and that, Martin, you were like, you've cried before.
Yeah.
And that I made the mistake of confiding in you, dear viewer, that I didn't cry.
That you never cry.
That I don't cry. And you guys made me feel bad about that. If I had emotions, I would cry about this.
Yeah.
I don't.
I've only seen you cry once, ever, and it was at the end of Lost.
Because it was over, not because it was bad.
No, you were like, it's so beautiful. And I'm like, are we watching the same show?
I honestly, when you said like, I never cried these things. I've never have. And I thought like a Telltale game with that bar that says, they'll remember that.
They'll remember this. Yeah. A couple of comments. Taryn says, Grant is horrible for not having emotions for Voltig.
I agree.
Almost as horrible as Lost. Wow, how relevant. And, but, I mean, there was a lot of comments talking about...
were there?
A lot of comments about what was sad for people and what they emotionally resonated with.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, like a handful about me not feeling emotions.
Oh.
Including Belgor, who says... I thought this was really good. During these last several months that I've been on this journey with y'all, I've gone through a breakup, started a new job, had a great friend take his own life. Even with all these events, I am 99% certain that I'd still cry several times through this series. Carl hugging cookbook authors, OG Ren stabbing Ren, Voltig, the list goes on. Grant, I say this jokingly, but you're either broken or need an ego death.
It's just funny how that doesn't sound jokingly.
No, I don't. I cannot imagine being in a room with you on DMT.
He actually says, seriously though, take some shrooms, dude.
Oh, no, wow.
And I was like, I have. And you know what happened is I just talk a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not up and down, sad and happy. I just talk a lot. That's all that happens is fucking, like, as annoying as I am now, it can go higher. There is no floor with how annoying I am. All right. We got mail. You got mail, Rubio.
Oh.
And do you want to open up your special letter here?
Oh, you got a
Or mail
package?
Yeah, I guess somebody sent me a package, and I appreciate you kind of opening it so we don't make so much noise.
Yeah. What you got there?
Have you looked at it yet?
It says Com Hat.
I know what it is.
Com Hat.
Oh, is it a hat for Hat Watch?
I guess so.
Oh.
Somebody sent me a message asking me, hey, how big's that head after all?
You said, can I send you something? You're like, Grant, send him your address. This is what you got. Open it up, man. Let's see what you got.
Well, it's better than a crusty sock full of nickels.
True.
Someone sent you a big head hat, dude. Someone sent you a big head hat.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, it's a bucket hat.
It's a safari bucket hat. What is this?
It's a boonie hat.
Is it a boonie hat? Okay.
Yeah, I assume Com Hats is combat hats.
That is so big.
For my giant fucking head.
Well, could fit two heads in
he
there.
hasn't tried to put it on yet.
It does say
it's
size.
It's got a pretty wide brim, but who knows about the actual carriage?
I am seeing, I mean, for me, that's...
It does say size. Wow.
Oh,
look at
it
that.
fits. Look at that.
Wow.
Hey, representation matters,
Yeah.
okay? Big-headed people need someone to look up to.
Now-
and around and side to side.
And now they have their Jesus. No, thank you. I think I'm looking at myself in the monitor and I'm not sure I should be thanking you because wow.
I don't know if you can keep that on this whole episode. You probably have to switch back.
I'll try.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like it makes you feel like you're back in Nam, huh?
I know. I feel like I'm going to start playing harmonica for Blues Traveler.
Another note, guys, we recognize if you guys are just tuning into us because you're like, Book 8 is out. We know that Book 8 already came out, and this is our next episode since that book has come out. And we are still going through book 7, so we're not gonna rush.
Just drop book 7. And
Yeah,
go
we're
to
not
book
gonna
8.
rush to the end. It's gonna be a few weeks before, actually a couple months, honestly, before we're able to jump into book 8. So keep your spoilers away from us. But at the same time, go check that book out. Go get it. We got an advanced copy as well, and we are going to get to it eventually. And then last note. Before we get into this episode, it's going to be a nice short episode, I'm sure. We're going to try and do a little meetup here in Austin. I know this episode goes out all over the place, so we'll probably also just advertise locally. But if you, dear viewers, also happen to be in Austin the week of June 13th, we're going to tentatively plan to meet up at Lazarus Brewery on Airport. There's 2 locations, so go to Lazarus Brewery on Airport. June 13th, Saturday at 5 p.m. Place has beer. It's got food, wine. Might have liquor. I'm not really sure if it has liquor.
Who knows? You don't have to say the whole menu.
Yeah, you don't have to see the menu. Just come hang out with us. We'll grab a table.
Is it gluten-free also?
It does have some gluten-free options.
All right, then.
Yeah. All of their beers are gluten reduced, so they should be under that threshold for if you have a low gluten tolerance. All right, guys. On that note, your homework assignment for next week is going to be chapters 47 through 51. And this is the shortest that John and I decided we could cut this. Did I call you John? That's so weird.
I'm John with the hat.
John, once you have a hat on, you're John.
I go from Rubio to John once I put the hat on. Man, I'm like the fattest sniper anybody's ever seen. This has got to be a fucking joke.
Easiest target, dude.
They're like, that guy.
They're like, don't worry about him.
Yeah. I can shoot behind my back and get him, man.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, sniper. Where is he? He's over there. We can see him from like way over. We don't even need a
fucking Charlie Brown over here.
He's eating a sandwich. Just like
This last section read through pretty quickly.
It did.
Super quickly.
This one read quickly, but when I was slowing down and taking notes, it didn't feel very quick.
Oh, okay.
Felt like I was taking a while. We start in on chapter 41 with Carl and Donut teleporting to the production facility. Carl is feeling a little ill from the tattoo that he's got from Lena, which I guess like maybe there's something about Lena being this demon that can't touch people that has infected him a little bit. I don't know.
He's got a lot going on. It could be like 5 or 6 different things.
It's true. He's got a ring. He's got the back patch. What's making you sick, dude? All of the above.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
Yeah.
I also have mono from kissing girls.
Kissing a sex doll head. Donut looks at his tattoo and says that he is starting to look like one of those white rabbit doodle notebook guys.
The white rapper doodle notebook guys.
I thought it was rabbit. I listened to it 3 times and I thought it was rabbit each time.
I would have swore too.
I had to go to the text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Well.
Jeff Hayes. Sounded like you said rabbit, and I was like, what is this? I have no idea what this is. White rapper, doodle notebook guys. I kind of still don't know what that is.
Yeah, once you said it out loud, it's like,
but I'm like,
I'm still
Eminem.
lost.
Okay. 8 Mile, sure.
Yeah.
Katya did an excellent job, apparently, on this tattoo. It's the second highest level that it could be. So he's getting like all the skills that he needed from this tattoo.
Although Donut's still like, whatever.
Yeah. Donut's complaining to Carl about their separation and how filthy people in the base are being lately, and that they need to not be separate. Like she's having some separation anxiety.
Right,
she's kind of freaking out, and as in part of her freaking out, she's just complaining about everyone else and just like bitching about them.
Yeah, and he knows to just rub her, give her a little pat, and she's okay. He's got so much patience. He loves that cat. Because I don't know how he doesn't like, can you give it a rest, please?
Well, we learned that Carl and Donut are separated for some element of the subterfuge that of their plan, their snake pit, Operation Snake Pit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's called, for their attack on the Naga. This warlord meeting is monkey wrenching their plans, according to Carl. So they've had to try to pivot because they had already planned, okay, we're going to do Snake Pit, and Carl was going to be a driving thrust in that. But they're trying to say, okay, well, if we have to go to this meeting, then if you guys can operate that without us there, we get a little bit of a leg up.
Right. And especially if they can draw the meeting out even longer.
The problem is that they seem to be operating against one of the most clever factions that they're facing right now. It's been repeated in the cookbook. It's been repeated by other people. The Naga are extremely clever, maybe even more so than the Mantids. So you should not assume that you're going to out-clever them.
Right.
Don't underestimate the snakes.
Yes.
Right.
At your own peril.
Nevertheless, they're now going to this warlord meeting, and so their goal is to delay this for as long as they can. They need to pad out the time, slow things down. It just feels like this is like their plan in every meeting they get to.
Yeah.
They go talk to King Russ, they're like, let's slow things down.
Yeah.
Talk to Audette, let's slow things down. Like every time, slow things down. And the only other glimmer that we get of like what their plan is that they're going to use Florin to mount a really heavy attack on the operatic collective up north while secretly infiltrating the Naga down south. Although the operatic just fell.
Yeah.
They just got the green jello guy just got exploded. So what does that mean for what Florin's doing? We don't know yet. Meanwhile, Ferdinand pops up in the what is this, production facility trailer
Yeah.
that they're in?
Mhm.
He shows up and he starts saying, don't hit me, I'm sorry.
Right.
Who do you guys think he was talking to?
I mean, he's such an ass. He could have pissed off anybody
Anyone?
at the bar.
It could have also just been his memories of being with, what's her name?
Oh, Imogen?
Yeah, Queen Imogen. Anytime he'd get
Oh,
teleported to her,
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
it was to
yeah.
punish him.
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
Like, that's what I'm assuming.
It just seemed like he was in the middle of whatever was going on.
Right.
Or that, yeah.
Like there's Drick that he's constantly around,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it sounds like he's just like kind of been chilling at what's it called? Club. Desperado Club.
Uh-huh.
And kind of laying low there. I don't know if Drick's gotten sick of his shit, or if Juicebox has gotten sick of his shit, or Clarabelle's gotten sick of his shit. Someone's gotten sick of this guy's shit.
Right. I mean, my initial thought was Juicebox, but I don't know. She's always like, I don't like this cat, but I have to put up with him.
But I get that he's an irascible asshole character a little
Mhm.
bit, but at the same time, there was something sad in that. I'm like, is he being abused by
Right,
someone?
right,
Like,
right.
what's going on here? Then the Knowles show up and they're getting a security check. The Knowles are still wearing their spacesuits, even though they're now down on this Earth area, wherever this production trailer is. And Carl's wondering about this. It's like Carl has these stray thoughts that I feel now we're conditioned to go, if he's wondering about that, is this a clue? What does it mean that they're still wearing their spacesuits when they come down here? I got nothing there.
No, but that is a thing where then the Knowles show up wearing spacesuits and you'd be like, yeah, okay. But then when Carl's like, what is that about? Then you stop and go, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, what
Is that a thing?
What is that about?
Let me write this down in my white rabbit doodle book. Donut apparently like just knows all the Knowles names as well.
Yeah.
She's just like quick to make a like. There's something about like her just like saying all their names. She's even trying to reassure Ferdinand, hey, don't worry, Jeremiah over there has got you covered. Or that was not the name. But
Right. Well, these are the same ones when she helped destroy the Courtine, right?
yeah, I mean
Think
maybe.
so? Yeah.
I mean, I got that impression these were the same guys because
Okay.
they seem familiar with everybody.
Right. And she seems buddy enough with them. So there's it's just odd that she seems to lock in all this, but to Carl, all these are faceless people all around him.
Yeah.
This happens later with the mech bot that she gets the name of, and Carl's almost like a little bit disconnected from making any of these connections. Like when we saw in book 3, The Iron Tangle, there was a point where he passed over and he was like reaching out to the NPC that was on the ground and being kind to them. And now they just seem like background fodder while he's in his war fog.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm reading into it.
No, I get that. But I mean, I never think of him not knowing everybody's name as abnormal. But when you stop and see how she does get to know everybody's name, then you go, oh.
He's not making an effort there.
Yeah, like you think if I'm him, it's like, oh, I should probably be doing that too.
Zev pops in. And there's actually kind of a sweet moment here
Mhm.
where Donut immediately goes right up to her and is like, hey, are you okay? I know that must have been so scary for you, thinking like the whole universe, or at least the solar system, was going to explode and
Mhm.
everyone was going to be killed. And it's just like that kind of like their buds moment where
Mhm.
she's checking in on her that Carl doesn't give a shit.
No.
And most of the things
were you scared being out in the universe, thinking things going to blow up, as opposed to being in the dungeon where you're fighting for your life?
You want sympathy from me?
Let me stop from my war to ask you, are you okay?
Got you a violin, a little tiny violin.
We can all learn a little something from Donut here.
Or we can mock it. Zev explains that when Princess Formidable and her crew were going to push that button by Venus,
Mm-hmm.
where we left off with that, Growler Gary pulled Formidable away, but she was like, my crew's still going to follow through on the mission. They apparently did. They went over to that little base and they pushed the failsafe button. And when they did, the Arrow system, which was the system that held the previous crawl event, went dark. It blipped away from everyone being able to see it. There's all these tunnels that they use to be able to live stream the feed. That's what the Plenty uses to control the information communication network. The first time ever, this has just disappeared, and that they thought was untouchable.
Right.
Right. So apparently, like, systems have gone supernova and the tunnel's still active.
Mhm.
And in this one, it's just not.
So they don't know what's going on there. And Carl, like, is a little bit nervous for a second. He's like, is this because of, he points to his head, which indicates, like, when I unlocked or jailbroke our AI, did I jailbreak all the AI?
Mhm.
And she was like, no, like, this AI stopped talking and was acting disconnected somewhere during the 6th floor.
Mhm.
So something happened around the 6th floor. I actually reached out to our patrons
Yeah.
and asked them, like, do you guys know what event might have happened in the 6th book that could have been whatever trigger for the Arrow system?
The 6th floor.
The 6th floor, not the 6th book. And there's a lot of, like, kind of just like back and forth discussion, which was just kind of cool to see.
Mhm.
Everyone jumping in and theorizing. Patreon.com/HelloCrawlers. You can join us to theorize on stuff. But I think, like, what people kind of started circulating around was, like, this is potentially just Agatha talking to the AI, and maybe she was able to get in the AI's head and allow it to make these connections to other ones. Because I think at a later point, the AI is like, I've been talking to this one person, and she's been opening my mind to all these things.
Mhm.
And that kind of ties into the idea of the family connection, and maybe the AI figured out how he can communicate with the other one. So, I mean, it stands that we should at least reason that our AI did something to the failsafe button so that when it was pushed, it did the trigger or action that he wanted, or our AI wanted.
Oh.
And our AI wanted that to disconnect
Okay.
in the other system.
Okay.
That's just my guess. You guys got any other thoughts there?
No.
Fair enough.
You go pretty deep.
It's hard to think with a fucking giant hat on.
Switch it out, man.
No, I'm committed. I'm committed.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You're eclipsing the room with that thing.
I might never ever wear it again.
Or you might go on a safari, mate.
Right. I might have to buy a boat with a fan on the back of it.
You get into fly fishing.
If you start gardening, it'll be perfect. for you.
Yeah. The river runs through it.
Or I could just put all my laundry in it.
We jump into the next chapter with a note from Drachia, which is basically what we are already saying. The Naga are dangerous. Do not underestimate them. And now we are at the Warlords meeting. The robot, who Donut already knows the name of, is Carla, seats them. Juicebox shows up looking like, well, they don't say who this is, but it's the Baroness.
Copyright, but
Yeah.
yeah. The description was like, it's the Baroness from G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Which I imagine if I had a changeling girlfriend, the Baroness would be in the rotation.
Yep. This definitely speaks to Louis, like, coaching her through what the Baroness looks like.
Right.
For any of you that grew up in the 80s and 90s, G.I. Joe, it was formative. The Baroness walked so that Agent Scully could run, I think. Maybe that's just for me.
Wait, what? Okay.
He means away from his perverted ass
No, it's
at comic book conventions.
Juicebox subtly nods to Carl to indicate that Team Retribution is in on the what's it called? Operation Snake Pit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
attacking the Naga as well. And Carl is thinking to himself that he recognizes that the Team Retribution and Juicebox, they have these underground tunnel systems that they're aware of, but he doesn't. And he's like, that could be a massive asset He's like locking in his brain, I need to talk to Juicebox about having access to that because that could be a game changer for the next phase of battle.
It's interesting how they are allies, but not the same team.
Right.
Like there's so much that's happening with Team Retribution that they're keeping to themselves.
Well, I think they have their own interests,
Right.
so.
But it does make me wonder, well, like you said, they have their own interests. And so far, the Venn diagram, they mostly cross over. But in those places where they don't, are they going to be at odds with each other?
Well, we see this with if we jump ahead a little bit, the emergency action item. Like that seemed like a really interesting spot where Donut was like, Ferdinand, call an emergency action item. And he's like, oh, of course. And Juicebox says, nope.
Yeah, no, you fucking won't.
Y'all use some of yours. And that shows like such an act of agency and of self-worth that she's fighting for her people.
Yeah.
As she should.
Yeah.
I think it's easy for Carl to just think like you guys are robots that are regenerated with a different
you
cause
guys aren't even real, so
Yeah.
just help us, right?
I love that she starts out life in this series as just some background character, changeling prostitute, and now she's just boss bitch.
Yeah.
She's like one of the most interesting and important characters in the series.
Yeah, fucking great.
Yeah. Chaco shows up. And he's replacing Magnificent Troy as the host. I think last time we saw Magnificent Troy and what was the other one? I don't remember the other guy's name.
I forgot.
They were drunk and terrified of being locked in the system. They seemed really depressed.
The other guy's Kevin.
So I guess Kevin's still up in space. He's gonna be coordinating with Chaco, but Chaco's gonna be kind of running, answering questions down during the Warlord TV show meeting thing that's happening. Cascadia pops in as well, and Carl realizes she's actually in the same room as Carl, Zeb, Donut, and Ferdinand. And she's snarky. She's like, I can't wait to see how you make everything worse today.
It's like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. But I will. Carl's like, I will.
Just because you said that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's having her own fucking problems. And Carl has always been somebody who just exacerbates them.
Would you put that little violin again?
Little Coatine-sized violin.
Yeah.
Oh, your Nazi family died? Ah, damn, your Nazi family's dead?
Oh, are you having a hard time?
I don't cry at this book, but I do laugh a lot, guys. The other warlords arrive, including King Stalwart, who's got his little crown on. Warlord Feng, he was formerly they're robots, but he formerly looked like a lo-fi robot, and now he looks like a sickly Victorian boy. I made a note. He looks like Whitaker from season 1 of The Pit.
I think he looks worse than that. Whitaker's cute.
He looks like he's got the eyes and the sad, sick little... The Pit's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, of course you are.
Architect Houston shows up. Carl notes that, this is a guy that he fought briefly, escaping that other...
Guy pulls a shotgun on him.
Yeah, pulls out a gun. He's got a little bit of a dent in his mask, and Carl notes that. Epitome Tag shows up. He's the dream elf. He's got a little bit of blood on his armor. And then the last warlord, Princess Vinyata, the Sultana, is a massive 6-armed white snake lady. Not that white snake. Portraying the sepsis whore. In fact, she's like, you can refer to me as the whore to Carl.
I like that when she sat down next to him, didn't need a chair, too big for a fucking chair. And Carl goes, it's like a fucking building set next to me. She's giant, and oh my God, I cannot fucking take my attention away from her.
Carl's got a little bit of he's got a type. Between her and Signet.
Oh, I think it's just like her presence is so, I don't know, like she's somebody who is just awe-inspiring.
Well, the way she's talking to him and he's mesmerized, I was like, this is like Ka from the Jungle Book.
Oh yeah, there are a couple of moments in his own narration, we're reading all this from Carl's point of view, that he almost forgets her name.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, who's her name? And he fucking has to stop and think about her name again.
Well, I mean, I'm not attracted to her the way I was to Signet, because Signet was using a spell on me. Right, Carl?
Do you think that it was a little bit like there was like a sexual dynamic there? That's interesting. Do you think they banged?
They didn't bang.
No, I don't.
Bang watch.
That I don't think. But I do think there was a sexual energy there. What other hats
Every
can
time
you
I
watch?
look at you in this hat, man, it's so funny.
It's not every day you see a guy wearing a satellite dish.
How
many channels you get with that
Can
thing?
you pin it up on the sides? Come on, man.
This is how it falls naturally.
Good grief.
I look like a hillbilly cobra.
Carl is immediately hypnotized, like you guys said, by Princess Vignata. He starts feeling doubt about his plan. Just her confidence and charm just makes him immediately start doubting himself. She's wearing a breastplate that has a tree branch and a single flower on it. And he's like, that's interesting. I haven't seen that symbol anywhere before. Just noting it in case it's important later. Chaco pops in between them as he like is being lured into like the things she's saying. And he's like, hey guys, what's going on here? He wants to narrate the tension between them. And I think that in a way, he kind of steps in and breaks that spell for a second, which Carl needed. Cascadia tries to start the meeting, but Ferdinand and Donut bust out laughing about Stalwart wearing a crown. And she did a whole trading places thing. She bet 1 gold coin that he would wear the crown. And it's just delightful to see how Donut is going to piss people off as much as she can.
Oh, that's why it's great having her there at those things. And especially, with Ferdinand as a hype man.
She's fucking lethal, man.
Yeah.
Lethal. When it comes to like knocking you down a couple of pegs, she's the one you want there. Or whoever bought this fucking hat for me, I guess.
Is that the humble hat? Yeah, let's look at that thing.
Oh, here, I hear your head wants to cosplay a Saturn. Wear that.
By the way, ego so big in that head, we're going to bring it down.
He wore the hat, so I owe you a gold coin.
Yeah, look at him. He's wearing that hat. That's what's happening out in the feed.
Yeah.
Somewhere, the person that sent me this shit is cracking up.
It's that they think you should leave sketch. Can you look at his fucking hat? He looks so stupid. Chaco kind of joins in with them laughing about the dumb crone. He's like, oh, should we ask the audience to vote on how stupid he looks? If he looks stupid? And Stalwart turns around and punches Chaco, knocking him out cold, which we learn they're in the same room together.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Yeah, how interestingly convenient, especially later. Carl thinks, wait, maybe that wasn't a mistake. We get a system message, Scolopendra stirs. And suddenly no one's laughing.
Yeah, everybody's
just quiet. Like,
goes quiet. And Cascade is like, oh, why not?
Yeah,
why the fuck not?
I love she's drinking buzz balls. Just full
So
of tequila.
trashy.
Yeah.
Odette appears and she's like, hey, I'm here to take Chaco's spot. And later we get Carl theorizing that maybe she had Chaco in place to try and solicit a reaction from Stalwart so that she could jump in and be a part of this meeting.
You think Chaco went in going like, okay, he's going to punch the shit out of me. And
Yeah,
it's okay.
like, I'm about to get fucked.
I mean, I would think more like she set him in there and knew what he would say something to piss him off.
Right. That feels more correct. Like she organized this scenario where he would put himself in danger's way.
And we'll put him in Stalwart's room.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be fine.
Maybe Chaco things up.
Yeah. Just go be Chaco.
Yeah, just go be yourself, buddy.
Yeah, you be you. I believe in you. Odette appears without her bug mask, her mantis mask, or her massive breastplate, or her long fingernails, and she's like, if y'all don't know, this is how I actually look when I'm not wearing all that. Get used to it.
This is just for the warlords, or is it going out to everyone?
This seems to be on stream for everyone else to watch.
Okay.
Because they're making a whole big production and pageantry of this. They're asking them interviewing questions.
Yeah. I guess
I feel like it's going out for
Okay.
viewers to watch.
Okay. Just surprising she would show up like that, but okay.
Yeah. And a reminder that she's over on the 12th floor right now. She reminds everyone she's bought herself a deity that she's able to pilot around. And so she's over there, and in a pinch, she was called in to help narrate this meeting or host this meeting. Scolopendra warning, she says, is very odd because that's not even supposed to happen until the 18th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on the 9th. This is halfway early.
Right.
That's math. Halfway early. Very scary, including to the people that are on the 18th floor yucking it up and partying. They gotta be going, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, the Scolopendra Club is inside Scolopendra.
Right?
It's inside Scolopendra?
Yeah.
Well, it's in the cave system where this giant centipede thing lives, I guess.
Oh.
Right? There's this upside down tree inside of a cave with like these jewels or gemstones, and they seem to be there somewhere partying it up. Or unless they're inside of the centipede itself, but that would be a little less scary.
That's what I thought it was.
It'd be like Jonah and the Whale, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so everybody's in there partying up, having a good time, but when Princess
Formidable.
Formidable was offered the chance to go there, she was like, no.
But this was like right after they found out that the orcs fucked over everyone else in the system. So she's like, I don't want to go around all those people.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I'm going to get eaten by my peers.
What do you guys make of Scolopendra stirring and what this might speak to the end game of this series? If I were to put it out that way. Like, there's 18 floors, but we now know, and I hope this doesn't feel like a spoiler, that Matt plans to wrap up this book series in 9 to 10 books.
Right. Well, book 9 is going to be so large, it's going to be split into 2 books. So technically 10 books, but he's counting the last 2 books as the same story.
Yeah. So what does that mean that Scolopendra is stirring? I think he also said that we will see all the floors somehow.
Okay.
I don't know in what iteration. In a dream, he can be like, yeah, technically it all happened in a dream of a kid in a hospital.
Is there all
to the snow globe?
We've covered that.
An ending worse than Lost. Okay.
Why? Why do you cut me so? But yeah, Scolopendra stirring just seems ominous for, I don't know, like, do they even get to the ascendancy on the 12th floor before they're now fighting the biggest big bad before they can even get to the
That'd be
I don't
so
know what
cool.
this means.
Right?
That'd be so cool if everybody has to join in to fight Scolopendra.
Oh, all the gods and everything?
Everybody. Battle Royale.
That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Okay. So Audette pops in to remind everyone that we are now 3 teams down. The Lemix Consortium, the Prism Kingdom, or whatever it is, the Operatic Collective, or the Green Jiggly people, are all out. And then we also have a weird thing going on that there's 2 teams that have never been a part of Faction Wars before, the Crawlers and the NPCs. So this is all sorts of weird, and it doesn't bode well for the future of crawls ever for the rest of history in the galaxy.
I mean, it sounds like there's a whole stack of this has never happened before. This never happens this early. We don't know what happens next.
We can't leave. We're all trapped here. We're prisoners like you guys in a way. Ha 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 ha, but we still look down on you.
Yes. And we still got to get the crawl going. It's like, wait, no.
Let's stop the crawl, guys. Let's just stop this shit.
Let's just have a pause and reset.
Yes. Nope.
Have you guys had Batista? Have you tried his tea? Let's have some tea. Let's just chill the fuck out.
Clear our heads.
Yeah. Ferdinand is making people debate the controversial walk-on list. His existence as one of the warlords is having people all debate what the walk-on list is. And I thought that was funny because, yeah, Ferdinand was able to walk in and join the crawl in a way, and yet, for some reason, other people don't seem to be able to join in, or like the AI was saying to Princess Formidable, there are things beyond my control. Or what was his catchphrase?
I have limitations.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Everyone has their limitations, and so he couldn't allow her to be part of the crawl. But Ferdinand did. Maybe it's because she doesn't have a seed, right? Doesn't she need a seed for an interface to interact? She wouldn't have one of those.
I don't.
But everyone, like Ferdinand, he had a little seed. He was an Earth.
Oh, you mean like one of those grains of sand things?
Yeah, the AI interface thing.
Right. I don't know.
I wonder if that's part of it. Audette tries failingly to talk to the drunk Cascadia. And Cascadia does mention that she had tried to cancel this meeting multiple times, but to no avail. And during this part, while Audette's talking to Cascadia, Vignata leans over to Carl and starts talking to him, saying that Cascadia's ex-husband and most of her family are dead in this war that's going on in the Borant system. It's going very poorly. And even it's going poorly for the hired, what are they called, Valte worms that were brought in. So they're not sure which side is necessarily going to win. But there was a liquid habitation ring around Borant 3, which makes me think there's like just multiple Borant planets.
Yeah, it's a system.
Yeah. And one of these was hit by a ship, and millions of these Borant Kuatine fish are dead. She uses that as a comparison to say, and how will you fare, Carl, when all of your family is dead?
He's like, my family's already dead, so nah.
She's like, oh, that's not the family I'm talking about. He's like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I have family. I mean, Carl must have known what she meant. He's already in multiple books referred to them as family.
Right. But I mean, what else could she mean?
Yeah.
But the whole, like, threatening to kill your friends and allies is like, yeah, it's a whole war thing. That's the basic premise.
I get it. You want me dead. This is not the first one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's something about her hypnotic power that it seems to actually affect him a little bit.
Oh, is she like that Jungle Book snake?
Yeah, Ka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were mentioning this already.
Oh,
Jungle
fuck.
Book
Yeah,
snake.
yeah. Wait, take that hat off, because I said that exact thing about 10 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. It's
It's
hard.
actually tight on him. That massive hat is tight and it's constricting his brain.
It's really hard to stay focused when I look like Mexican Dr. Moreau.
So Vignata says she's expecting Carl and all of his friends will die, but offers to kill Katya for him if he wants. She can eliminate that issue so that he can save Donut. You want me to take out Katya for you? I can do that.
Yeah, just do a little nod or something and
Yeah.
she's done.
And you could be part of our crew.
Yeah, you can even join our court. Audette talks to Stalwart while this is all going on. And Stalwart's acting like the Bone Clan is stronger than ever, even though it's like, dude, everyone hates you. You guys are in a civil war now, and all the rest of the galaxy wants to kill you guys, and you lost all of your money. Oh, yeah. Donut's like, ask him how much money he has. Fucking brutal.
which has the other warlords laughing.
So fucking good, man.
I just these scenes that Matt writes that just he's laughing when he's writing these.
Yeah.
Because he knows like this joke's gonna land.
Yeah.
What I'm doing here is gonna make other people laugh.
And it's just it doesn't stop across books. They've been making fun of the fucking Skull Empire since book one.
Since book one. Yeah, and it's always some new thing to make fun of them for. It's like, you're way too poor to be talking to me.
That still makes me laugh every time I think of it. It's fucking brutal.
Well, I love that afterwards. She's like, I'm not really that much of a snob, but come on.
Audette tries to interrupt the conversation going on between Carl and Vinyata to ask about how the troops are doing for the Princess Posse. And Donut steps in to answer all these questions. I feel like Carl is kind of lost right now. He's either raging and uncontrollable or terrified, and maybe those are a little bit one and the same.
That's a lot to keep you distracted and not on your toes. But especially if you've been building a lot of secret plans and the person you build them against goes like, I know you got something going on. And you're like, fuck. Like, how much do you know?
I don't want to kill you. You're my buddy.
Man, when she starts talking to him, he's like, fuck, it's over. Like, he just starts freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God, she knows everything. Like, oh, this isn't going to work. Nothing's going to work.
Yeah, Carl being pissed means that he's kind of a liability. And Donut starts talking about like, oh, you know what was interesting? That the Voltigue incident. She doesn't know it's Voltigue, but that one Weeper tank just driving into the rest of the Green Jiggly people and killing their leader. She's like, I wonder if that might have been the orcs just hitting a button. He probably wants to take him out. And again, she gets some laughs from these warlords and has them on their side. And Epitome Tag gets all excited about this. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Our people have already disconnected all of our equipment from the Skull Empire in all of our fleet. And Civil War is going to destroy the Skull Empire. And when he says this, we see Carl looking at Audette, and her eye twitches and she gets nervous. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, I had a theory of what this meant based on how the conversation starts going. And then it's almost like Carl is checking off the list that this wasn't it, and this wasn't it, and this wasn't it. Why she had that reaction. And Carl moves on, but I'm kind of thinking, what was she reacting to that Epitome Tag says here?
Well, it either he said something that him dropping that is like, you just gave away something that's going to end up, we're going to all lose access to this information. Or it was her going like, oh, I see a new angle.
Right.
It could be a new angle, the wedge between them,
because what she does, it kind of tips Carl off.
Yeah.
And to where, I don't want to jump ahead, to where he's later thinking she could have easily have steered the conversation away.
Right.
It's almost like she wanted it to come out.
Like what ends up being revealed between both the things that Vinyata is saying to Carl in her antagonistic conversation and what Epitome Tag just said here is that they're getting insider information or outsider information from what's happening outside of the dungeon. And that's happening through TV guide channels, basically changing the titles of what TV channels are called.
Because I wasn't thinking anything of it until, the microphone comes to Carl and it was like, you got anything to say? Yeah. What is this bullshit with you guys all having knowing all about this stuff and this snake lady telling me all these things that she shouldn't know?
Yeah.
What is that about? And then they got to come clean on it.
And so that's where it kind of seems like Audette was freaking out a little bit that like, damn, I was using the same exploit as everyone else. I had information and I thrive on having inside information.
Yeah, that's all she's got.
But then when Carl goes later and is like, yeah, but she could have steered the conversation away from this if she wants. She's very deft about that. And then later she says, actually, this is what the topic of this meeting was kind of going to be about, was this inside thing. Then that doesn't track with her eye twitching in that conversation.
Right.
My only other thought is that maybe she realized that she had some other exploit and was able to get fed information through the dream, Epitome tags people out in space because of some glitch in their connection with the Skull Empire. And so her fallback plan might have been how she was able to get information there. And if he disconnected his connection to the Skull Empire, she no longer has that access to info.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
But like to Carl's point of she could have made this something else, could have steered it away. It seems like that was her plan all along to get this information to him.
Right.
If he was just smart enough to figure it out.
Do you think that Audette came into being the host so that she could help Carl stop this loophole?
That's the impression I got.
Because otherwise I don't know what else. Oh, no, there's something else that she does near the end that is rather helpful as well. Although that feels like it's inspiration when she kind of realizes she can also drive a further wedge in pointing out what role Vignata has and Pony has in this whole thing, right?
Yeah. Like that was one of the things she wanted to have brought out.
Oh, I fucking love that part.
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
So while all of this back and forth is going on between Epitome Tag and Stalwart, they're arguing because Epitome Tag's talking shit about him. Donut's like, ooh, we should have a new sex tape going on between you two, and it should be like rubbing oil on his bald elf head. And then she goes, oh, the music for this should be Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. She just loves Oasis.
She loves Oasis.
And I feel like B must have loved Oasis, and so she loves Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she must have played it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a real basic song.
She's brought out all three, I think, of the Oasis songs I know. Carl asks everyone again about that insider info. He learns that they've been paying $30,000 per name update to both the Syndicate and the Plenty in order to just kind of push through all of this information.
Yeah, to change the names of shows.
Yeah.
And Donut gets really mad, not because they're like exchanging information, but you can't just change the name of a show.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of it? What the We should have standards.
TV is her thing.
I know.
In fact, she says, this is you should never change the title of a TV show except for maybe that one with She-Devil and Sully. And I had to think about this. I'm like, She-Devil, was that Roseanne movie from the 80s?
Yeah.
And then Sully, I was initially thinking Tom Hanks, like, him playing Sully, but it's Sully from Monsters Inc. So it's Dan Connors. Yeah. John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. Yeah.
So it's Roseanne. So then I had to go down a rabbit hole real quick, or a white rabbit doodle notebook real quick. Whatever this means. And that show, Roseanne, was initially titled Life and Stuff, which I gotta say, it's like the worst.
I saw that in your notes, but I was like, why'd you go so deep down that rabbit hole? They changed the name of the show to The Connors after they kicked Roseanne off.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, that seemed like the more obvious thing.
But I don't know. Oh, maybe when this came out. Yeah, you think it was just a commentary on changing it from Roseanne to
The Connors.
The Connors?
Yeah. I saw that in your notes. I was like, Grant, what are you doing? Put the shovel down.
I know.
It's right there.
Guys, I think I cracked it. I think I figured it out. It's fucking Life and Stuff.
I thought it was Life and Stuff. Maybe it is just that simple, and he's just saying, like, fuck Roseanne.
Yeah.
And her weird batshit shit. That makes me like him more. Me less for even going down that rabbit hole. That's weird.
I'm disappointed in you. How does it feel to have somebody with his hat on be disappointed in you?
Meaningless. Honestly. Meaningless. Donut, realizing that there's this loophole, tries to get Ferdinand to do an emergency action item like we already talked about. Juicebox is like, fuck nah, you guys got to use your own. Carl's like, fair enough. They use their own action item.
I mean, you have to appreciate how Juicebox has Ferdinand wrapped around her finger. Because it's not just asking him. She's like, oh, Ferdinand, dear, but you go ahead and, use that action item.
Oh, wait, you said Juicebox. You mean Donut.
Oh, yeah, Donut. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And he's like, oh, anything for you.
Right.
He's just ready to jump and do it.
It's that same charm that she did back on the 6th floor, right? Like, he is in her pocket.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he listens to Juicebox. So
Yeah.
he's torn between the two right now.
Oh, yeah. He had that moment of like,
Yeah, because Juicebox is his boss, and Donut's his girl.
His bird.
His kitten.
The action item is immediately approved by the AI. Cascadia drunkenly chimes in like, hey, there's all these other possible loopholes that you should cover all your bases here. And the AI gets a little indignant. He's like, don't tell me how to do my job. I fully know how to do my job.
Yeah.
If I wanted to allow loopholes, I would do it.
Yeah, but that's one of those like, well, if you know how to do your job, how come you're not doing it?
Yeah, you certainly fucked us this earlier here. Audette seems a little bit annoyed, like everyone does, about that action item, and Carl wonders how things are going on the 12th floor for her. And he starts thinking, I wonder if she had Chaco come in here and get punched so she could be in on part of this meeting. Interesting. Audette continues to go around the room interviewing some more people. Carl says it's long. They're there for a long time, and it's really fucking boring. I guess they should have just done more talking to Donut. I can't imagine her just sitting there and allowing it to be boring, except that they're trying to pad out time.
Yeah.
Audette then finally gets around to Juicebox, who's like, I got one thing to say. Fuck all of you. And she's like, actually, let me expound upon that. And it's like pointing out, this is all exploitation and torture and pain for amusement. All of you guys are monsters. You're terrible fucking people. And then she does a little bit of a magic trick.
She turns into fucking Large Marge. From Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, right.
Pee-wee's Big
When they
Adventure.
pulled the body from the burning wreck, it looked like this.
Yeah. Dude, so I first listened to this section when I was getting ready to go to sleep one day.
Ooh.
This was when this book first came out. And I was like nodding off. And then to hear, it's like, oh, fuck. Just, snap me awake real quick.
That the voice that Jeff uses here, it's so creepy. Juicebox is transformed into a giant midnight black armless thin tentacled alien and is hovering there. Everyone is freaked out and Architect Houston is excited. And then she says to everyone,
it's coming, and not just for these here with me today, all of whom are already marked and damned. Those of you at home, safe with the knowledge everything you've ever known is real, true. Those of you watching this, riveted to your screens, waiting to see what happens next. It is coming. It is coming for you all.
I just loved it. Except for Architect Houston, everybody else shit a brick.
Yeah.
But he's like, yes, more.
Yeah, he's doing like, he's trying to start a fucking a wave.
Yeah. Don't, been looking for one of these.
Yeah.
So Juicebox turns into a creature we learn in the next chapter is referred to as the personification of the nothing. Other nicknames include the unwashed, the hag, the stalker, the last light, the fell, the inexorable,
Yeah.
and the beautiful place, which Architect Houston says is their name for this. And it is like a passenger into the afterlife, but it also kind of like a boogeyman they describe that they tell their kids about. Most people think it is a fictional thing, a silly kid's tale. Architect Houston,
they don't actually believe that though.
They try to say that, but then what we have to kind of rectify with is that Juicebox, we learn in the bubble world, can only turn into things that she has touched.
Right.
Where the fuck did she find this?
So she touched something that, I mean, she could turn it into a human and then make it look like, so maybe this, make it look like Baroness, right? She didn't have to touch the Baroness.
Right.
So she has maybe even something a little bit more advanced than her brother, who could only turn into something he touched.
Maybe, I mean, she probably can turn into the Baroness after touching a human.
Yeah, right.
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 So maybe this lends credence to Donut's theory that, what'd you say? It's like if Donatia did Weight Watchers, dipped herself in oil, and dangled upside down. Maybe she just touched Donatia and pulled off one of those.
I don't know. It just makes me go, man, Juicebox has seen some shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, she's seen some shit. But there's a theory that I want to posit to you guys, and I don't feel like this is a spoiler because I think we've come far enough to talk about this.
Okay.
Juicebox in an earlier book
Mm-hmm.
goes and touches Samantha.
Yeah.
And when she does, she goes, "Whoa, I know what you are," but we don't know what she touched. And so some people have theorized that Samantha is this embodiment.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if she is, because I kind of like her how she presents herself. If that fucking tentacled nightmare is also like, with my mouth, I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
That's very true.
Yeah,
But there is some mystery to who Samantha is.
Yeah. We've seen that in fiction before, that kind of thing. But
Now, another theory is that they were on the 4th floor. Am I remembering this? The Bubble World. And they used the Gate of the Feral Gods. Juicebox goes through the Gate of the Feral Gods to get to the 9th floor, which is why she's here.
right.
And they say that when you go through the Gate of the Feral Gods, you briefly pass through the nothing
true.
in order to get to the other side. So it's possible that she, as a changeling, touched something that allowed her to make contact with an embodiment of the nothing there.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
does.
That does.
Mhm.
So could be one of those.
It makes more sense to me, but you shouldn't take my opinion with any kind of
Dude, we don't. We are mostly ignoring you in this hat.
right. Like, hey, if a tactical Pancho Villa said it,
Yeah. I mean, I took your every word as gospel till the hat.
Yeah.
You're just thinking of insults for yourself while you're recording each time.
He's fair.
I can't help. That's just how my brain works.
So going back to what Juicebox says when she channels the nothing, she says, it is coming for you all. And when Audette asks what is coming, Carl immediately thinks, I know the answer, this inevitable ruin. And this is a callback to the story that we get from, man, I should have written it down.
Yeah, I forget her name.
One of
Everly?
the
Shit. I don't know.
Everly?
I don't remember.
I think it's Everly
Oh,
or something
yeah,
like
Everly,
that.
yeah.
One of the
It was.
cookbook authors
Mm-hmm.
who said that her people, who are like a hive people, talk about this inevitable ruin being this moment of accepting your fate, of accepting and embracing the death that comes for everyone. Which, in a way, that kind of would be what the nothing is. Going into the embrace of the afterlife.
I suppose so. Also, he said it because it's on the cover of the book.
He's a simple man, Martin.
Yeah.
It's right there on the cover.
Yeah, he didn't go, it's like that song at the end of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, where the river meets the sea. That's about death. Holy fuck.
That's quite a deep cut, dude. What's going on with that hat?
I'm from the 70s. Right, so.
You know what? I didn't see that Emmett Otter's thing till about 10 years ago. And I was like, oh my God, this is so depressing. They just accepted suicide.
Yeah, it's literally Gift of the Magi, but sadder.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting, after Juicebox does this dramatic thing, she just kind of leaves, which means, oh wait, you can just leave? How can you just leave? I don't know if that's because she wasn't allowed to be in the room with them, and so she's kind of Zoom calling in.
Oh, yeah.
But later we see that Cascadia is somehow able to just also leave at some point. Because Carl's like, he looks over and he's like, oh, Cascadia's gone. When did that happen?
Well, did they tell people they couldn't leave?
I mean, it was implied that it was mandatory everyone attend.
Right.
But for how long, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it felt like they all had to be there, but then when two people leave, I was like, Oh.
It's jarring. It's as if we were just hanging out doing the show and then Martin's not here anymore. It's like,
Where the hell did he go?
So we get a little bit more of an explanation from architect Houston, who has made it somewhat his life's purpose to try and study and figure out more of the mythology of the nothing, the unwashed, or as he calls it, the beautiful place. And he sounds like a nerd just kind of really theorizing here on a bunch of shit.
I've had a conversation like this about a kid obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Or Lost. He suggests that maybe he says there's a lot of evidence actually out for this creature existing, and maybe it's a trans-dimensional creature like the apothecary. So now we know that this apothecary is a trans-dimensional creature that is also spreading across the galaxy and taking over everyone's mind or whatever. And you see the nothing at the moment of death, and that damns you. So Donut goes, oh shit, is this just basically that girl from The Ring?
Yeah.
That's a movie, not a TV reference, I'd like to point out, Donut. That's impressive. And Cascadia points out, like, this actually isn't from the crawl, the nothing creature. They are banned from using it, so she doesn't know how possibly Juicebox could have had access to the nothing here.
Or the unwashed.
Or the unwashed.
Or the beautiful place.
So Carl makes a connection here that I thought was pretty interesting. That Scolopendra stirring for everyone here in the dungeon echoes the idea of the threat of the nothing scaring everyone out in the rest of the universe. He's like, we have this looming monster that we know is coming for us, and now everyone else is also facing that same thing. He's like, is there a coincidence that we just got that message and then Juicebox delivers this message to the rest of the universe?
It's like
Two big scary things.
Yeah.
In one meeting.
It's like a meta boogeyman.
Yeah. And, us as the reader has to go, this was on purpose. There is a plan here. Audette asks for final thoughts from everyone thinking they're winding things down. And Donut's like wanting to stall for time. She's like, you know what? I got some final thoughts. We should have a TV channel just for the Princess Posse. We could do reruns all the time before we start making our own original content. Yeah. She's like, I think Audette's like, well, it could be kind of expensive. And he's like, how expensive could it be if poor ass Vignata and Stalwart can afford this?
It can't be that expensive. Look at these budget berries over here.
And this allows an opening for Audette to go, actually, that reminds me, the Naga do own many TV channels, including the very successful Blood Hunter show.
Yeah, and she just rolled out Blood Hunter and this and that. And
she got a sparkle in her eye when she said that, like, here we go.
Wink!
And like, wait, what's that? Blood Hunter?
And she's just like, I'm just stirring shit over here. What?
And Carl is like,
you got, yeah. I love that he can't stop laughing, and Ferdinand joins along with him. He's such a kiss ass. Oh yeah, he's laughing. He doesn't even know what he's laughing at.
He doesn't know, but him laughing is just like, yeah, such a good wingman.
Yeah.
Like I get the attraction a little bit, don't I? Yeah. So. A reminder to you, dear audience, if you don't remember, Blood Hunter was the show that had this vampire hunter guy riding a pterodactyl terrorizing Miriam Dom in the Butcher's Masquerade for Book 5. And ultimately, he's able to cause her to die. So Prepotente has a vengeance out for whoever are the showrunner owners of this show.
Yeah, from that moment, he's like, every single one of them is gonna die. He's like, yeah, I get it.
So what Carl's
are is the Plenty still on his list?
I kind of think they are as well.
Because I kept thinking they were the ones until this.
It did seem like that until this reveal right here.
Nope, it's the Naga.
Yeah, but Carl's delighted because he immediately puts together, the Naga are on Prepotente's shit list right now.
He's like,
I didn't have to do fuck all.
yeah,
Y'all are fucked.
yeah, I love that. He's like all of her scariness and all that. That's out the window.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you guys are fucked.
He says, "Oh, now I know why we haven't run into any Naga. They're all fucking dead.
They're gone.
They are dead, dead."
The guy who wrecked shit on floor 7 and ended that whole floor in 3 minutes is on your ass? Okay.
All right, well.
We're in the clear.
And yeah, I love like when Donut catches up to it because it was like that moment in the moment in 22 Jump Street when Channing Tatum figures out that that Jonah Hill has been having sex with Ice Cube's daughter.
She goes, "Oh, you done stuck your pecker in the wrong beehive." So that's where pretty much the meeting ends. They had a plan for when they were going to leave the meeting where Donut was going to hop immediately onto Party Planner wherever she is and take off with Louie into the air, and Carl will exit from the safe room into Shantytown.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's going to join Katya and Batista and Lee Na over in Shantytown for his end of the plan. Things are kind of thrown a little bit for a loop now that they know Prepotente's kind of fucked over and killed a lot of the Naga.
It's funny because Carl's like, oh man, our plan is fucked now. And I was like, yeah, but in a good way though, right?
Kind of in a good way, a little bit in a bad way, as he's going to kind of parse out as he looks through all of his notifications. Ellie immediately chimes in. She's like, everything is fucked, and everyone on the other side is already dead because of this goat guy.
Yeah, your goat friend.
Which I think is funny because that makes me go, oh, Ellie must have never met Prepotente. She doesn't know him on a first name basis.
Right.
She's just like, your goat guy.
She's like, we don't know what he did. Like, magic still isn't allowed. We don't know what he did, but they're all dead in their barracks. Like, everybody's just fucking dead.
And he cussed us all out.
So Prepotente is now level 99, by far the highest in the dungeon. I think everyone else is hovering around the 60s and 70s right now.
Yeah.
He's like Goat Omar Little.
He's fucking shit up.
Oh, fuck. Omar coming.
And he's really mad at the posse intrusion on his plan to kill all of the of Vinyata and the Naga.
Right.
He has insulted not only Carl in a long-winded message, but he also insulted Ellie and Imani. And when he insulted Imani, all the Sluggalos got mad at him and chased after him.
Mm-hmm.
They stole a fucking cart and went after him.
So the Sluggalos, we're going to learn there's a number of steps in this plan. And one of them was for Imani and Ellie to go with the Sluggalos to the Naga Castle. The Sluggalos are going to first infiltrate their fodder, their cannon fodder. They can die first, and they'll clear out most of the
they'll
traps
happily
and shit.
die first.
Yeah, and then Ellie and Imani could go and save her.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gone. They went to go defend her honor against Prepotente. So Carl's pissed about this. Additionally, we learn that there had been an adjudication because Prepotente was, once he was in the Naga Castle and the Princess Posse went in there, he's not part of the Princess Posse, and therefore there was an issue with him interfering while they're there, or else they're collaborators.
Right. The Naga's called foul.
They couldn't necessarily have that, so they were getting this ruled on, and while they're getting it ruled on, he insulted all the judges enough that they're like, all right, we're just putting you in timeout. So he's been put in timeout.
And I blame you, Carl.
Oh my God.
Carl eventually listens to his message from Prepotente, and once again, I want to play what the brilliant Jeff Hayes did with his performance of very irritated Prepotente.
Prepotente. Carl, you idiotic, bumbling, feckless imbecile! You cad! You fool! You ruiner! Hear me now, for I am most upset with you. Your inept insurrection has caused me great harm. For this, I blame you. While I understand you have reason to defeat the Naga menace, I want you to know my claim against them would have been complete by now if it wasn't for your clumsy interference. I've already defeated their standing army, and just as I was about to finish off my vengeance, I was stopped because they claimed I am unofficially part of your silly fighting force. I was pulled from battle and forced to defend myself like some unwashed criminal off the street. And despite my victory during their kangaroo court, I was still whisked away and placed in a penalty stasis for some time. And to add further insult, once I was returned to finish my work, I arrived to find your army pitifully and limply attempting to do what I should already have done. You and your cadre of nitwits do not know what you're doing. She was my mother, and it is my right to exact vengeance against the Naga. I'll have you know these are the owners of the vile drama which caused my mother's death. The Sultana is my enemy before she is yours. You attacking her now with a group of ignoramus slugs will do nothing but force her into hiding. If she hides, neither of us will have our revenge. Donut will not be allowed to leave this floor. I had this, and you have ruined my plans. Again, you're always ruining my plans. You ruin everything, and this time I do not forgive you. There will be no more warm hugs from me. You are banned, so help me if she gets away, I will hold you accountable. I spit in your eye.
You know, they have to put him in jail because Prepotente was being Prepotente.
He went off on Carl. It was great.
Well, just not him going off on. I mean, yeah, he went off on Carl, but that's what he went off on Carl, who he has something of a relationship with. But he's brought before this council, these judges, and where he just won't shut up.
I mean, it does really speak to Donut is a cat and acts very much in a cat way. He's a goat and acts very much in a goat way. I want to see more animals acting.
I know.
What is the personification of this animal?
Let's get some more pet biscuits out there.
Yeah. Oh, that would be very fascinating to see. So, Pony getting locked up, Carl
That's
surmises...
a special name. You should not call him that.
Prepotente.
Thank you, go. He didn't give you permission.
Prepotente getting locked up, Carl surmises probably saved all of their asses because Prepotente doesn't have the same insider track to know how to get Vinyata.
Right.
And that's the one loose end that they are hoping to resolve. And so their plan, we kind of get a little bit of a mapping out of what their plan was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And this is important for us to at least know where all the players are on the board.
Right.
Tran had taken an army and had moved them into the Naga territory and then was going to the Shantytown border to kind of guard that area, hoping to draw some of the people out from the castle to attack him. Meanwhile, Donut was on Party Planner taking off alongside Louie, and it seems like they're on an operation that they can help pick up people if they need, but it's not fully clear what they're doing here yet.
Right.
Florin and his army are making that massive push through the operatic collective turf, their territory, but given that those guys have all gotten wiped out, they're kind of now just trying to dismantle traps as they make their way all the way up to the orcs.
Right.
That big push isn't working out the same way they thought.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's as much of a big
They
distraction.
had so many plans that depended on these other factions being around,
Right.
or being viable.
Right.
Because it was like, oh, well, hit the orcs and everybody will come. And it's like, nobody's coming to save the orcs.
It's
they
like Florin's
couldn't
going
care
like,
less.
Attack me. And they're like, nah, we're good. I'm a distraction. Attack me, please. Meanwhile, Katya is in position with wires, and she's in Shantytown. Carl's about to join up with her, and Edgar is still positioned on the lookout at the castle, seeing if there's any motion and movement. Carl's like, okay, I gotta figure out how we kind of pivot on all of this. He goes into the break room or the safe room, and he runs into Samantha, who's got "Miss Me" written in lipstick on her forehead. And he's like, how did she do that?
Look, you know what? I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, right.
He just moves on.
She's just like, look at me, give me attention. And he's like, nah.
I can't even right now.
Mordecai's got a whole bunch of black potion lined up that I think we'll quickly learn what that is in the the next set of chapters, but we don't find out what it is here. But Carl does take and start loading a bunch of this into his inventory. He says he's already got a fuck ton of it. And then Mordecai warns Carl that, hey, don't trigger too many gods with whatever this potion is, and don't use 2 of the potion on the same religion.
Yeah, I know.
Carl snaps and it's like, sorry. And like, he's snapping at Mordecai when he's at his friendliest. He's in Canadian form right now.
Yeah.
That's the gentlest of Mordecai forms.
So what do you think about that? Because Carl says, like, I'm just so nervous about the plan. But do you buy that it's just he's nervous about the plan? Or is it just like the jacket and the ring and everything else he's got going on?
It's everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just, we keep seeing more and more of this evidence that Carl's going to the dark side.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to climb his way back out of that.
Right. Because even if it gets pointed out, it's like, that ring is doing things to you. Yeah, maybe, but just a little bit longer, though.
Yeah. I can't stop doing this cocaine. Yeah, you gotta stop doing the cocaine. No, I don't have to.
No. I'm going to. But I just got like 2 more projects I got to finish.
Yeah, I can quit whenever I want.
Yeah.
Carl doesn't apologize, but he says thanks to Mordecai for the potions and then snags Samantha and heads out, which, yeah, that seems a little, dude,
A little sus.
chill the fuck out.
Mordecai's left to cry in his Molsons.
Molsons? Yeah. Okay, so we learn a little bit more about what's going on with the Naga here in chapter 46. So we know that the Crown of the Sepsis Whore means that only one person can leave the 9th floor to get down to the 10th, who is in the line of succession for the Blood Sultanate.
Right.
There are 11 members of the Naga who are part of that family, and then there's also Katya and there's Donut. So 13 total.
Oof.
However, 7 of those 11 are already dead thanks to Prepotente. There seems to be only 4 remaining, who include Vinyata the Whore, Iqbal, which is the name given to 2 cousins who are assistants to Vinyata. And one of those cousins is actually Rishi's wife. That's the shithead journalist.
Oh, yeah.
That I think he stabs with a knife.
Yeah, with a pen.
With a pen in the eye.
Yeah.
In the neck.
Oh, in the neck. That's right.
And then there's a male head of the castle guard who seems to be a cousin of Vinyata and also her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Carl's like, it's a lot of incest going on here.
I mean, medieval times, right?
Yeah, what is up with this?
Royal blood.
We learned what the plan was to try and distract everyone while Carl and Donut were at the Warlords meeting. They had 4 groups operating. Florin and his team were going to push all out against Operatic Castle, going to the Orc border. We already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Tran was going to wait an hour after Florin's big push and then move south, trying to draw out the people from the Naga Castle towards Shantytown. We already talked about that. Boomer and his bloody leeches were hiding at the border in case they tried to capitalize on Tran leaving the border open so that they could surprise attack any Naga that came there. Meanwhile, Edgar, Ellie, Amani, and the strippers and sluggalos, all in invisible carts, snuck up to the Naga castle where they were hoping to infiltrate. But then the sluggalos obviously went off on their own mission, so they're not there to kind of run the first line of attack.
Because juggalos are from Detroit, and Amani's from Detroit, and they're just like...
Sluggalo honor means protect 313.
Real knows real, or what is it?
Whoop, whoop.
Right.
Whoop, whoop.
And then Carl, Katya, and Batista and Lina are with a crew in Shantytown, and we learn that they're there because they're trying to be close to Club Vanquisher in Shantytown. So the thing is that the Naga, we learn from primarily Rosetta,
right? They
go into hiding once the attack happens at their castle. And this is all a little bit of pageantry by the Naga snake people, because it's always like whispered about and rumored, like, where did they go? They just disappear and then they reappear. And they use it as a marketing ploy to like, hey, come to our vacation getaway places.
We're exotic and mysterious.
Yeah. We always know how to get out of a jam. I was hoping for like there'd be like a more of a marketing jingle to go along with this.
No.
No, we studied David Copperfield.
Yeah. So like even so much as like Vinyata will wait until the very last second to stand up, even with her tea being hot in the room, and just walk out of a door, and then she's gone until the very end of the whole what we call this faction war.
Yeah,
faction
sometimes when they go in and her tea is still warm, meaning she was still in the room.
And that's by design. She wants to wait until the last second because it seems like adding to the mystery. This gives us a good excuse for why she hasn't just bounced already, because they like the pageantry and it could be a great marketing ploy for them. So that means there's still opportunity for them to see where she goes. And viewers watching have theorized on this all over the place, on all these minute details that Matt has threaded, that the Naga have threaded in here, that we can just kind of speculate on what this means. But Rosetta believes that the best theory is that they're going into Club Vanquisher, where they're able to hide out in a certain spot of Club Vanquisher and then pop out at the very last second. She always goes with a couple guards and then returns, leaving at least one guard behind, which seems like there's a sacrifice going on there. If like one guard's always getting left behind, it's kind of what I would guess. Why is there always two that go in
and does that
one's
one
left?
with that one guard, does he dress up as her?
Or maybe it's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
That's a body swap scenario.
Yeah.
That's what Freaky Friday.
We also learned the reason they built their stronghold on rock is that so no one can actually use those tunnels to attack them from underneath. Just also speaks to the fact that those tunnels are very valuable.
Yeah, she's going down the list of all the reasons why we know she has to be in there. You know, they can't teleport and they can't tunnel. They can't, when the access to Vanquisher was blocked off, like she didn't disappear.
Right.
If Matt ever wanted to give you evidence of his ADD, which he proudly always talks about, he has ADD.
Right.
It's in the description of how ham he goes on this whole thing. He's like checking off all the different possibilities and loopholes and how much he has considered all the angles of how this works. To the point where I was like, I'm not writing all that shit down.
Yeah,
but
it's an exhaustive list.
We get it. She's probably in the Club Vanquisher. Cool.
2 sentences. There you go.
So the one other thing I was wondering about is like, how are they having this discussion about how all
I'm
this
wondering
is
how
going
they're
down?
having all these discussions, because every way they thought was secret has not been.
It's public. And if it's public, there's monetary interests in probably keeping some of these people alive.
Well, I mean, it's not all public, but Oren let them know that, like, we do read your chats. Maybe not everywhere, but there's certainly a certain, echelon of people who are reading even the chats.
So it doesn't seem private anymore. It just makes me go, I don't know. Like that also seems like a glaring opportunity for any of your plans at this point moving forward, especially against big power players with a lot of money to get thwarted.
Right.
But we do learn that however she hides, she's hiding in Club Vanquisher, and we end this chapter and the episode for today with Rosetta saying, and here's where things get weird. And we don't find out how that gets weird. And I don't know yet because I haven't read that far enough ahead. But we do have a homework assignment for you guys. Chapters 47 through 51 is your homework assignment. And now we would like to tell you guys that a way you can support our show is to go to HelloCrawlers/store, where Rubio is on a quest to make the most DCC merch ever.
The most and the best.
Yeah, and stand up and let everybody see your shirt.
No, I'm just going to...
Stand.
I'm not going to stand.
Stand. Walk around.
God damn it, I said
if you stand high enough, we don't see that hat.
Yeah.
It cuts off.
Yeah, you don't want people thinking they have to buy a hat also.
I'm too old to stand. Oh, wait, we have hats in the store now.
Oh.
What hats do we have?
There's a Hat Watch hat.
There's a Hat Watch hat.
hat.
There's a Hello Crawlers hat.
What?
Ooh,
There's
okay.
a I Row the Iron Tangle hat.
Yes. Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stickers. More stickers.
There's some more stickers.
More Gorefield.
No, I don't think I.
Think you're tapped out on Gorefield for now?
For now.
Okay,
I think I'm
okay.
going to wait on the Gorefield.
HelloCrawlers.com/store. You can go there. We have international shipping. Go check it out, guys. Buy some good stuff. It's made by a real artist, not AI crap.
Slop.
Slop. AI slop. Help support a real artist. All right. And another way you can help us out is through patreon.com/hellocrawlers. That is how our show is funded. We don't really do ads aside from that one time we talked about some chocolate bars, which was great. I'm pointing at some box that's not here anymore. And
Will you superimpose that in?
yeah, now I have to put
Wait, will you use AI to put it in?
AI slop. Yeah, we are otherwise funded by you guys supporting us at patreon.com/hellocrawlers. And we appreciate all of your support. We do little deep crawls over there, as well as ad-free versions of our episodes if you don't want to be bogged down by the ads elsewhere. And on top of that, we want to thank some crawlers in particular, including AN, I won't say anything anymore, Aaron Nightingale, Ally, Answer Knox, Brian Gillespie, Caden B, CJ Sucks. Poor CJ.
I know.
Holy crap.
Dave Go Round, Faye, Hey, it's Gilbert. Hey, stop the hate. Lost is in the top 5 all-time series, excluding Nikki and Paulo, Zeus. It's Barry. Without Ellie, I choke to death because she owns my breath. McGibbons.
Wow.
Jack Shepard is appalled. John Whiteline Sideman, Joshua Randalls, Kat Crane, Kevin M, Kit Burr, Kittian, Christina Flanders, Kyle Vane, Lumen, Matt Johnston, Michael Griffith, Michael, you're my best friend, Rubio, Trainer, Monta, more Trek references, ditch the lost garbage, someone get a hat that fits this poor man's massive noggin. We did it!
It's done.
We did it!
It's a blessing and a curse.
It's less of a hat and more of a blanket, but yes, we did it.
I'd say circus tent, but yeah.
Yeah.
Noel Mead, Queen Anne Chunk, Raftify, Riley Parrish, Robert Miller, Sir Scrimley, Tenacious ADD, Wade White. Wait, how did Hurley say fat? McDuckerson, Wayne Kerr, where can I get Samantha's lipstick? It stays. Zenobius, you down with DCC? Yeah, you know me. And you mean like with my mouth?
Perfect.
And now, folks, it's time for our final segment, Death Watch Extreme Dungeon Mayhem. We start off with Aldo Neko, our level 73 Barbarian Thickromancer, who had just been infected with Oregon Trail dysentery.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
He guessed he only had minutes, if not seconds, to live. He knew a way to bypass this, but it required that he flatten himself. Somehow he looked... He looked around and saw that he was surrounded by a flat plain and maybe a few elks here and there, but there was no real objects he could use to flatten himself. He quickly looked through his inventory, and there he found it. Okay, think. He checked his spells and found he had a level 7 mega jump, which allowed him to jump, 12 feet in the air. Hopefully this would work. He activated his mega jump and then leapt upwards while tilting backwards in the air. Just as he was tilted back, he ejected from his inventory the red line train he had picked up on the floor 4 iron tangle. It erupted out of the front of him and slightly above as they began to fall back down to the ground. He pulled himself quickly under the train as it splattered back into the dirt.
Okay.
Oh, that worked.
Yeah.
It worked. He splattered himself. And his dysentery everywhere.
Meant to do that.
It's just dysentery poop everywhere.
Oh.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Andy Kogan, our level 52 cybernetically enhanced tentacled trash panda junkyard spelunker, awoke to find himself on a table looking up at a Canadian? At least he was pretty sure this was a Canadian, like he had seen on television. Welcome back to the land of the living, eh? I have some bad news and some good news, followed by a little bit of the bad news. My Canadian's bad, I'm sorry.
Flawless.
The first bit of bad news is that you've been conscripted by the Operatic Collective into their army. Good news? They've fallen, so you're no longer conscripted. However, the more bad news is that you have cybernetic systems that are proprietary to the madness, and therefore they have a potential gateway to conscript you into their army. So, we will need to temporarily flatline you in order to override that system and free you from that, so then you'll have the opportunity to join us here at the Princess Posse. Andy looked up at the Canadian and a winged butterfly woman next to him with tears of relief flooding his eyes, just as they smashed him with a bottle of potion into his forehead, and he proceeded to flatline.
Oh, okay. Well, that's, that speaks to a better tomorrow.
He's moving on to the Princess Posse potentially. And finally, Caden B, our level 64 half-orc Somali Ye was trapped in a cage in the forest, being stabbed to death by a pack of spear-wielding penguins. He was naked, and all his inventory was in a pile just outside the cage, out of reach. As the penguins stabbed, he noticed sparks from their spears as it would hit against the cage bars. And in a moment of inspiration, perhaps desperation, he initiated a summoning spell called I Get a Hint of... And he summoned a vial of ethanol from his pile of inventory to the cage. It shot over to him and exploded or crashed into the bars, exploding the ethanol all over him and the cage, just as one of the penguins sparked against the bar and everything engulfed in flames.
So that's just a guy who burnt himself to death?
Light self-immolation. Maybe that didn't work out as well as he thought.
I was going to say, did he want to do that?
Whoops.
Yeah, you should probably think of your plan better.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it for our episode, guys. Your homework assignment, once again, is going to be chapters 47 through 51. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for checking out, for all of the comments, all of the support, spreading the word about our show to everyone else interested in a little bit more of an enriched experience and joining our book club. We appreciate you.
Maybe buy this guy a hat next time.
What's wrong with this one? This little buddy.
No, nothing, and that's the problem.
You don't want to be the joke?
No.
You love it. All right, guys, get out there and read.